So my history with theater is that I was actually a theater arts major in college. I did a little bit of it in high school, and then I decided, this is kind of fun. I might want to actually pursue this a little further, and so I made that my major in college. I actually auditioned here at the Western Stage all the way back in 1993. I got called back for Smoke on the Mountain, but I didn't make it. I didn't make the cut. So I took 5 years off and then came back again in 1998 and did about 10 shows here. Since then, I've been doing shows elsewhere. The biggest role I've probably done is playing the Big Bopper in the Buddy Holly story, which has taken me to 4 different cities and 3 different theater companies. So it's been pretty exciting. And now I'm excited to be back here at the Western Stage, which was my theatrical home for so long, and doing Born Yesterday. So Harry Brock he's a corrupt businessman. He calls himself a junk man. He's essentially a gangster, although he's not into organized crime. He only has one racket, and that is trying to get the best price he can to sell junk steel. And he doesn't care who he hurts. He doesn't care who has to get it. It's law of the jungle, dog eat dog, every man for himself. And his whole modus operandi is pushing other people out of the way and taking over their businesses. And now he's trying to worm his way into Washington, D.C. so he can get price fixes set all the way across the board, even internationally. He's a rough and tumble guy, not too refined. The playwright Garson Kanin even goes so far as to say that this man is gross. So I've had to think about what exactly it is that sort of pushed Harry Brock into this situation. Like, why is he such a bully and why did he turn out this way? And I think it's probably just a product of growing up poor, growing up in a rough neighborhood where he felt like this is what he had to do. There probably weren't a lot of opportunities for him, especially probably not a lot of educational opportunities for him. So he just figured, well, I'm going to do what I can to make money. If someone gets him away, if I got enough strength behind me or enough people behind me or just enough presence, I can just push them aside. I'll dominate and domineer, and then their business will be mine. And maybe I can get them to be on my side if I bring some of them along with me and give them, a little piece of it. But generally, they just have to understand that I'm the top guy, and they are not going to be higher than me. But I think it's just a matter of, probably not a lot of love at home. I mean, bad childhood, the whole works. People react to that different ways. Some people are broken by it. I think he just figures, well, I just got to get out and do what I can, and everyone else takes a back seat. Harry's girlfriend, Billy Dawn, is someone that he cares about in the best way that he possibly can, but he's not a very emotionally deep character. My mother has this book which she loves to talk about, which is I think it's the 5 love languages or something like that. And so she's always explaining this is what this person uses to express love, and it may be oversimplifying it to put people into strict categories, but Harry is very transactional. So the relationship he has with Billy is more or less a transactional one. He gives her gifts, she wants things. Anything she wants, he buys for her, and in return for that, she loves him. But I don't think he really has a deep concept of love. I don't think he even realizes exactly how much he cares for her. He just almost purely views it as a transaction. I'm going to buy you stuff, you're going to love me in return. That's basically how I think he kind of views that. What we define in the play is that as she starts to separate from him, that he does feel some loss there and barely understands exactly why he does care so much, considering he feels like he's bought her, but he does actually have some, what would you say, I guess sort of wistful yearnings for her when there's that sense that she might actually break away. It's a similar sort of thing. Harry is just a guy, with Harry and Paul Verrill, it's very much another sort of transactional relationship. He's trying to find that angle in. He's trying to find out, how much do I pay you to get you on my team? What's it going to take? What do I have to give you in exchange for you to present me well? And so it's once again, it's about, I can give you money, I can get whatever you want. You just have to name a price and I'll pay for it. He doesn't think much of him in general, though. I mean, he thinks he could probably buy him cheap. he recognizes that he makes money, but he doesn't make a whole lot of money, so therefore there must be something I can give him that's going to be worth more to him than whatever pittance the newspaper pays him. And he's clearly done this before. He's clearly bought other newspapermen out, found people to give him good publicity. So he just figures Paul is one of a dozen and can just convert him over to his side really easy. So for me, I like to think of myself as a nice guy, and Harry Brock is definitely not a nice guy. So there's a certain amount of difficulty where I can't be too nice. It's too easy for me to just sort of whatever you guys want, I'll get out of the way, and just be here in the back. And so it's against my nature to be the most domineering person in the room. But conversely, that's also the most fun part of it, because I get to be the guy who's hey, it's all about me now. You have to get out of my way. I'm just going to walk right on through. If you don't step aside, I'm going to hit you, and that's what's going to happen to you. So it's kind of fun to be the biggest, most boisterous person in the room. Well, I hope audiences that see the show will be entertained. First of all, it is a comedy after all, so there should be some laughter out there. I'm sure there will be, though. But also, more than that, I hope they have some appreciation for just what a rich history we have in terms of the constitutional protections we have and the checks and balances we have set up. And it's funny, this play was written, so long ago, 60 years ago, but it's so fresh, you would think that it was written in response to current events. Some of the situations are a little different, but it's so close to the times we have now. I'm sure people would just go they can't possibly have written that back in 1947. This is clearly a response to what's going on right now. So I think it'll be fun to see people, especially to see Billy Don sort of discover this is what's wonderful about the American political system. Well, you hear so much about what's terrible about it, and there are clearly a lot of things that are terrible about it, but I think this will hopefully get people a little more love and respect for it. I think people should just come expecting to have a good time, and I hope people come to see every show that they do this year. We have a lot of shows that are on a similar theme, but it's different angles of looking at it. Some of them are more angry and in your face, and some of them will make you laugh. But what I like people to get is a smorgasbord. I appreciate that Western Stage does a whole slew of different kinds of work. And I wouldn't want to eat the same meal every day, and I hope that everybody comes out here and eats different meals that the Western Stage provides them. We have a whole menu selection, and you should try it all.